I am currently level 47 on my mage. The reason I am making a mage is to farm gold for my main. Warriors suck at making gold, and even though my ultimate goal is to hit level 60 and do some of the higher level farms, my main goal was to get this mage into a gold farming ready state, into a capacity that I can farm decent gold on it while I level it, so I can eventually move on and make more money, but I can already afford to raid because of the gold income from this guy. And I achieved that. Since level 42, and if you are not a male troll, I made a big mistake picking a male troll because some of the safe spots do not work, so I had to take a different route, and that required me to be level 42. You could be 40 and do this, but either way, farrak is gonna give you 160k XP per hour. It is more than a level per hour. The gold is not great, but it is like 30 gold per hour, which is gonna be able to fund my warrior for now until I can do some bigger farms. For reference, this is the first clean pool I did of farrak, and I had 28 gold, and fast forward a couple levels, I am 47 now, 5 levels later, and I have 175 gold. Of course, the real gold is gonna come later, but I would say this character is already capable of farming me gold. First of all, we're gonna be talking about the talents. Some people like going arcane and then respecking. You do not need to do it. It is absolutely fine. You are gonna have to respec anyway at level 20, and that's a waste of time. So you can go frost the entire time. And we're gonna take 3 points in elemental precision. This is the most important. 6% hit, so your frost nova is not gonna resist. Early levels we're gonna be frost bolting a lot, obviously, so we're just gonna pick this up. Is 6% hit for free, absolutely huge. We are also gonna pick frost warding. Frost warding is gonna become important in Scarlet Monastery. You can go for improved frost bolt. 2 points here is not nothing, it is useful, but we're gonna go for frost warding. Then we are gonna take 2 points in improved frost nova. Frost nova is your main lifeline. When you're in trouble, frost nova is the one thing that can save you, and reducing the cooldown 4 seconds is really good. And we are also gonna take 3 points in permafrost. This is gonna make it so our blizzard is gonna slow people down, so these 3 levels right here, they are gonna be useless. They are not gonna do nothing for us, but that's fine. We're gonna do it as soon as we hit 20, we get improved blizzard, and this is when the real AOE comes in, right? Like, most people do not even know that you can AOE farm before level 20, but you can. Anyway, level 20, we're gonna take 3 points in improved blizzard. We are going to take cold snap. It is going to reset our ice block. It is going to reset our frost nova. It is a great emergency cooldown, and we are going to take 1 point in piercing ice. 2% damage. Okay, here, this is actually huge. People do not value this one. Arctic Reach. Your blizzard is gonna reach for 20% more, so you can run away from the mobs after you nova them and move away, and you're gonna be able to do a blizzard from further away, which means you're gonna be safer from the mobs and you're gonna be able to blizzard for longer. This one is also absolutely mandatory. Now, Shatter, we are gonna take Shatter. We're gonna take 3 points. When you frost nova a mob and then you hit them with like a flame strike or an arcane explosion, it has a bonus chance to crit. It is also really good for executing the mobs. You know, when you do the last frost nova and the mobs are pretty low, you just do 1 flame strike on top of them and you do a ton of damage and you clean them up really quickly. That's also pretty cool. Okay, right here we're gonna take Ice Block. Ice Block, you turn into a block and you cannot get hit by the mobs. It is a great emergency cooldown. Then we are going to take 3 points in improved Cone of Cold. Cone of Cold, we get it at level 26 and it does a ton of damage, and we want this damage. It's gonna make it a lot more mana efficient too. We are also going to take 3 points in Frost Channeling to make our spells 15% cheaper. Once again, mana is a big concern. We are gonna take all the points in Piercing Ice as well. That's just more damage. We are gonna take 1 more point in Shatter, 40% bonus, and that's going to give us Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier is like a priest shield that you put on yourself, and of course if you're trying to not get hit by the mobs, if you're trying to pull the mobs, even if you're trying to blizzard down the mobs and you got one straggler hitting you, you can ignore it with this thing and you're gonna be able to keep casting the blizzard. So Ice Barrier is absolutely like the best freaking talent in the game. You can stack Ice Barrier with Mana Shield and you can get a big shield. And this should take us to level 40. After that, I am just gonna show you the post 40 talents just in case. 2 points here to reduce the resistance of the mobs to our spells. We are gonna take 3 filler points in here, they are useless. And this is big actually. Clear casting. 10% chance when you cast a spell to get the next spell for free. Blizzard costs a lot of mana, so you can get a max rank Blizzard for free. That's actually huge. And eventually we are gonna be taking Magic Absorption. It is gonna be very important in Marodon. That's gonna be for another video. But every time you resist a spell, you get 5% mana. That's a lot of mana. And we are gonna be taking Dampen Magic for the same reason. And down here we can take 3 points in Arcane Meditation, which is even better. As you guys know, Mage Armor is gonna give us 30% of our mana regeneration while casting, and this is another 15% on top of that. So by the time we hit 60, we can actually get a lot of mana regeneration. These are the talents. Go Frost. These are the ones that matter. Let's go over the route. At level 14 you get Arcane Explosion. There is this little farm in Silverpine Forest that is full of low level mobs. They are all 11, they are very weak, and we're gonna put Frost Armor and we're just gonna Arcane Explosion. Now Frost Armor is gonna slow the mobs that hit you, so that means if you walk in circles, the mobs are just gonna be slowed and you can kinda kite them. You can see I am taking a lot of damage. We just Frost Nova them and just spam a Nova over and over. To make it easier on me, I am taking an Elixir of Protection. That's armor. Armor is huge. There's also a Troll's Blood in here. That's not very important. But armor, any armor consumable you can use is a big deal. Your main stats are gonna be Stamina and Intellect. Anything off the Eagle, that's your best in slot pretty much. Spirit is not gonna be a concern until level 34. And Spell Power, we do not do that. Blizzard has a terrible scaling with Spell Power. I don't remember. It was something like 10%. Correct me on that if I'm wrong, I don't remember, but it is nothing. It is pretty much negligible. Spell Power is really bad for AOE. But very well, that's one of the pulls. The other really big pull I can do is right here. There is these tents. There is a lot of Worgens right here. We do the same thing, just run in circles, and they just die. Okay, this is the cool pull. You see all these tents in here? There is like 8 mobs in here, and I can easily tank all of them. So I am gonna spam Arcane Explosion on top of them, and we're gonna run in circles, and you can see right here, I have Onyxia buff. That's just spell crit. It is not a big deal. And I can just tank them and they die before they are a problem. Okay, this is another place I am gonna put a map in the screen somewhere. This place has level 12 mobs. So you ideally want to do this place at level 15, but you can still do it at level 14 if you killed all the other places. It has a fence in it. Okay, these ghouls cannot hit you because if you jump back and forth in the fence, they gotta walk around it, and that like staggers them so they cannot reach you. So you can pretty much kill them without them fighting back. Let's show you a big pool in here. There's gotta be a big pool somewhere. Okay, that's a big pool. So I just go around and I AOE pull everything. You don't want to get too greedy, but I am doing like 8 mobs a pull, 6 in this case, and I just Frost Nova them, and they are rooted and they cannot reach me, and I can spam Arcane Explosion, and yes, the Novas are gonna break, but they do not all break at once. So I get pretty much free range to just destroy them, and there we go. There is another big pool right here on the door of the barn, also like 6 mobs or so. We just pick all of them up at the same time, and same as before, we use the fence to abuse their pathing. We can jump back and forth in the fence and they get lost. Frost Nova, same thing, right? I don't think I have to explain to you guys much of these pulls. They are very simple until we get like Blizzard. You can also see I am gonna AOE pull a lot of wolves and bears, because there is a quest in the Sepulcher that you can get, that you gotta get a bunch of like bear hearts or wolf bots or something, and we can pull like 4 of them and AOE them down at the same time. If you can find like a bunch of them piled up, absolutely pull them and do that. A free quest is a free quest. You can even just do normal quest and just AOE down like 4 mobs of the quest over and over. That's always a decent route right now. However, at level 16, all of these pulls are not gonna work anymore, and that's gonna take us to the Barrens. You get 3 quests in the Barrens. You got Raptor Beaks, Zebra Hooves, and Plain Strider Beaks. You can see I am leveling Herbalism. That's gonna become important. You should absolutely pick up Herbalism for leveling, but we're just gonna pull every single one of these quest mobs and we're just gonna AOE them down so we can finish the quest really quickly. We got 3 quests in total that we can do just killing mobs like this. That will take us like 3/4 of a level into level 17, so you are gonna have to do like another Quillbor quest or whatever quest you can find. You need like 2 more quests basically to make it to level 17. Once you do get level 17, after you kill, I think it is the Zebra Hoops, you get a quest to kill all the Cougars, so you gotta get a bunch of their claws or something. These guys are right next to Ratchet, the little town on the side of the Barrens, and we can also AOE them down. Same method as before, we're just gonna run in and we're gonna spam Arcane Explosion. You can do like 6 mobs pretty easily right here too. Amazing spot once you're level 17. And remember, at level 16 we got Flame Strike, very important. You wanna Frost Nova them in a pile like this, and we're gonna Flame Strike on top of them, and then we're gonna go back to running, and we're just gonna spam Arcane Explosion after that. Flame Strike does a lot of damage and you do it from a distance, so it is safe. If you Nova the mobs, they cannot hit you, and there you go, they die really quickly. So level 17, we're gonna do the Cougar quest, we're gonna pick up all the pulls here. The only thing that makes this place not very good is that there is only like 2 good pulls and you run out of mobs. That's the only thing. If I could do this place over and over, the experience would be insane. But you can't, there is not enough mobs. So you go there, you kill those 2 pulls, you do the Prowler Claw quest, that quest, and then we're gonna go to the Harpies. There is a quest for that. You just have to kill a bunch of Harpies. These ones are really easy. We're gonna pull like 5 of them, we're gonna Nova them once again. I get a little low, I am greedy, I did a big pull in there. Flame Strike from the Nova once again. I pop a HP potion. You should absolutely buy HP potions on the auction house, by the way. They are worthless. They are super cheap. The lesser HP potion. I am chugging potions every freaking pool pretty much if I can. If you think that's cheating, fine. Do less pulls. Do smaller pulls. I am spending 2 silver to get more XP. That's just the way it is. It is faster this way. You know, I can get more greedy with my pulls if I got an HP potion. And we just go back in after the Flame Strike and we just spam Arcane Explosion and they all freaking die. We clean them up after that with the wand. They try to run away. That's kinda scary. One thing I gotta tell you, there is blue harpies in here, like cyan kinda color harpies. They are different. They are the wind colors or something like that. You pull one of those, you die. They have a stone. Okay, do not pull that one. If you are near that one, avoid them. Go pull something else. Do not risk it on the wind color, whatever harpies. They will kill you. You get stunned mid-pull, you die. Also, another thing about this place, these harpies can drop light feathers. Light feathers are the reagent that you need for your slow fall spell, you know, the mage one. Every mage needs them in Solgorob. You need like one of them every pull basically, and they are in very high demand. So you can sell a stack of these feathers. You can see one of them drop right there. You can sell a stack of these for like 3 gold. 3 gold at this level is a lot of money. So if you want to go this place to level like 19 for gold, in hindsight, that's what I should have done. Absolutely go for it. It is great gold. If you're a new player, you should definitely stay in this place for 2 levels just to make gold while you level. The pulls are really cool, right? You get like 5 mobs per pull. For this level, that's very high. At level 18, I took a break. I saved up all my cloth. I sold my feathers. I leveled up first aid. I also got a couple medium armor kits. They just give you armor on your clothes. They are damn near free and they are so freaking good for this level. Like, that's a lot of armor at this level. But you go back to the harpies, you hit level 19, and after level 19, we can go to the island in Silver Pine Forest. These gnolls are awesome XP. Now this is a normal pull like I've been doing before. Flame Strike, Nova, that stuff. This is not the big pulls. It is kinda scary. As you can see, I go kinda low. I am gonna show you the exact route for the big pulls. The first pull we're gonna pull all of these mobs right here on the entrance. And look at this tree. This tree is the safe spot, similar to the fence of before, but it is double. Because these stone fences, they also modify the pathing of the mobs. And this root of that tree right here, we're gonna call this tree the safety tree. If we jump from this side of the root to this side, the mobs are gonna go all the way around. So we just go from one place to the other and we just spam Arcane Explosion pretty much. When they reach us, we go to the other side. They are slowed because I got Frost Armor, right? And we just go back and forth. We take very little damage and we can just Frost Nova them in place and wait, stuff like that. But you can see, I take pretty much no damage and they die freaking instantly. We are gonna do another pull on the upper side. There is other safety trees all around the place. That tree right there, you see that tree, that is also a safety tree. Whenever the root is hitting the wall, that is something we can abuse for the pathing. And once again, I just go back and forth. You can see the range of Arcane Explosion is pretty long. I was still trying to get used to mages. Right now I was not very confident on the range, but you can just walk a little forward and Arcane Explosion and it will go through the tree because the tree doesn't actually affect line of sight. It is just an object, but you can do spells from it. And you can see I am out of mana. I just wait it out. If I am out of mana, I just jump back and forth, wait for my mana to regen, and I do another Arcane Explosion. There we go. You can even wand through the tree, like you see me right there. When you are waiting for your mana to recharge, you can just easily keep throwing wand shots, jumping back and forth and staying safe, and you can get some damage through that way. This is another big pull on the left side. As you can see, we're just gonna run to the safety tree. This, believe it or not, is the same as the other tree. For whatever reason, it also works here. So I just get on this little corner and I go back and forth, and the mobs just die. We are gonna pull the mobs in the back too, and there is yet another safety tree right here. They get so confused. They don't know what to do, poor guys. But yes, that should be all of the pulls. As you can see, this place is super duper chill. This is a bit of a greedier pull. I do like all the way from the back to the front. You don't really have to do this. You can split it up in smaller pulls. I am just trying to show off here. I'm just showing off. Simple as. But right here, you can abuse this fence. Look at this fence. Same thing as before. So yes, this place should take you all the way to level 21. You can use Blizzard here if you want. After you hit level 21, it might be a good idea to do Wailing Caverns once and get all the quests done, you know, for free XP. You need gear, right? Like any dungeon you should do at least once to get some gear. That's an optional side note, but you might want to do that. Now, I was gonna show you Hillsbrad. Because this spot is actually broken. This spot is insane. The problem, there is bots in Hillsbrad now. There is level 60 Alliance bots just camping this spot so their bots can level faster. Hillsbrad is pretty much unusable. This is like me doing a pull and very shortly after, like right here comes a level 60 Alliance and kills me instantly. And I layer, there is quite a lot of those. I layer out, different layer, another guy kills me. That hunter right here. You see that hunter? So yeah, there is an entire network of level 60 bots in Hillsbrad. You can see their little level whatever bots. They are safe. They do not kill those guys. They are just protecting the bot network. Sadly, if you're in a PvP server, Hillsbrad is unusable. Shame on that. We're gonna have to get a new alternative for level 22. I actually just ran Wailing Caverns one more time. But at level 22, you can go to the Door of Gilneas, that is also in Silver Pine Forest, and you can see these refugee guys. At this point, we have Improved Blizzard. We're level 22. We got 3 points into Improved Blizzard, so we're pretty much maxed out. You can do this farm at 21-2, it's just harder, but you can. We're gonna put on Mana Shield. We have Mana Shield now. And you can do some blastingly huge pulls. Sadly, I do not have the range talent yet, so the blizzards are very close in, and that kinda sucks. Another thing, you do not skimp on mana potions. Get a mana potion, buy like 20 mana potions before you come here, and just pop a mana potion every pull. Do not care. Do not care. It is so much easier. I am struggling so much because I'm a cheapskate. Just get mana potions, man. But as you can see, they die super quickly, and even better, there is a vendor in this place. Believe it or not, there is a repair vendor in this very place. Right here, this guy is friendly to you. You can talk to him. Of course, you gotta clear the pack around him to talk to him, but you can repair, you can vendor, so you can stay here pretty much forever. He even sells healing potions, the good healing potions, for like 3 silver. So you can just buy all the potions from this place, and you are gonna be super safe in here. I love this spot. Sadly, by the time you hit level 24, you cannot do it anymore. We would otherwise be doing Hillsbrad, but once again, Hillsbrad is off limits. It sucks. Let me show you another big pull right here. You see, I just face pull every single mob, and I just wait until they kinda clump up, and then I Frost Nova them, and I just move at max range and I Blizzard them twice. Just wanna make sure you understand the technique so far. By the time your second Blizzard is finished, you're gonna have Frost Nova up again, and you can just Frost Nova them, move away, and Blizzard again, pretty much. There is an elite here, but he's not a problem. They are pretty squishy. And one great thing, okay, when it comes to farming in the open world, mobs that run away, like the humanoids, are huge. Because all this time that they waste running away from me is all time that I can spend wanting them or waiting for my cooldowns or my mana to come back up. That makes everything so much easier, because on these levels, even with pretty decent gear, you are gonna be very tight on the mana. You're gonna be very tight on mana. Once again, just blow a mana potion every pull. That's what I should do. I didn't. I'm stupid. Do not be like me. Be better. Now, since Hillsbrad is off the question, I actually found a little trick, and you are gonna love this. Did you know that you can actually get boosted for free? I know, crazy. This is not me summoning my streamer cloud, whatever. This guy is not Medina in the name, right? I am complete stranger. I am not using streamer cloud or anything like that. Wanna make that very clear. This is what you have to do. Believe it or not, warriors are very good at boosting in SFK. They can solo the place in like 15 minutes, and they are very tanky, you know, with like rank 14 and stuff, and the diamond flask. And even though they are not fast enough to sell boosts, they are very often boosting their ults. So if you do /who 60 Shadow Fang, and we go to the warriors, like this guy for example, all you have to do is whisper them and go, hey man, are you boosting an ult? I can help you AOE all the mobs and I can decourse you. That's important, okay? Offer to decourse them, because at the second half of Shadow Fang Keep, there is some really nasty courses that are very annoying, and if you offer to follow them and decourse, a lot of warriors are gonna be happy to just take you along. So warriors are very happy to take you for free as a mage, just to help a little to their boosting, and they will boost you for free. I am literally not kidding. I have this happen 4 times. 4 different warriors were willing to boost me for free just to help them do this a little faster. You can go all the way to level 28 doing this. But very well, at level 26 we find another spot that isn't completely bothered, so we do not need a boost anymore. We can go back to leveling normally, well, as normal as a mage could level anyway, and that's the mine. The mine sucks. This was easily the place I died the most of any one of the farms. Granted, I am new to Mage, I am pretty bad, but there is a lot of scary parts about this thing. The open world is really easy. All we gotta do is pull all the mobs and we just Nova them or whatever, and we just Blizzard them like before. I somehow managed to mess it up in here, somehow. But you get the drift, you get it completely. We just Nova them, Blizzard, Nova them, Blizzard. We just Blizzard them down, and we do 2 Blizzards, and they will be back in Frost Nova cooldown, and we're just gonna Nova them again, and we're gonna 1 them down, and they should be pretty low. These guys do not run away, the sentries, they do not run away. The guys inside the mine do. That's very important to remember. The Frost Nova gives you time to bandage, and we got Cone of Cold at level 26, and that's huge because we can just slow all the mobs for very little mana, and we can just run around and wait for mana to regen, and 1 them a little in between. We are still very much in a position where we do not have the mana to kill all the mobs yet. That's gonna be a thing that's gonna be going on for like 5 more levels. That's when you really start level 32 or so, when you actually have enough mana to kill the mobs, 100 to 0. It is very tight even still. You can see I am an idiot. I only got 1 mana potion. I should have got like 20 million mana potions. That would have made a world of difference in here. Listen to the old man. Listen to me, okay? Don't be like me. But here are the really scary pulls. The first pull, we're gonna run from the top of the mine with mana shield on, frost armor on. Don't forget, we're gonna pull as many as we can. These mobs are really annoying. They love to reset, so you're gonna see me doing arcane explosion just to prevent them from resetting. I don't want them going away, and then I'm just gonna Nova them and I'm gonna Blizzard. What sucks about this place is the geometry. You see right there, like all these pillars, they move your camera around, and it's very hard to place a Blizzard in time, because remember, you gotta start Blizzarding before the Nova ends, so it is very easy to mess it up. All the advice I can give you is maybe zoom in your camera a little bit. Do not waste time. You Nova them, you run instantly, and you get a Blizzard going instantly. Do not waste time. You're gonna mess it up if you're in a hurry. And we just Nova to Blizzards, Nova to Blizzards. We got evocation if we need to. I got a mana potion. Once again, just spam a mana potion every single pull. I cannot stress this enough. I made it so much harder for myself for no reason. And yeah, they end up at like 10% or something like that, and we can just Nova them again and 1 them, or Cone of Cold, I guess. They are very easy to clean up. If you do not mess up the Blizzard, they are very easy to kill. That's where the problem lies. Well, that and the fact that you can accidentally pull mobs on the side anywhere here, because the side is like a hallway maze. There is mobs coming from every side. The formans, you saw one of those guys with the big hammer, those guys patrol. So you should target them and mark them to make sure they are not coming close to you. Be careful on that. If you can tag them and put them in your AOE pool so you can get rid of them, that is also huge. The formans and the geometry of this cave are gonna be the one thing that kills you. But aside from that, it is really easy. Just put like 6 mobs at a time and AOE them down, and over and over and over again. Try to go outside and kill the guards every time you can, because those are the easiest and the safest. I would not recommend this place in hardcore. There is so many things that can go wrong in hardcore here. I don't know. I would look for something else. I would quest or something. You're gonna die a lot in here. Even if you're really good, I dare say, you're probably gonna die here. It is too dangerous, but the XP is actually good if you can pull it off, and if you are okay with dying a lot until you learn. This spot is gonna take you all the way to level 31. At level 28 onwards, you can take a little detour. Maybe when you hit level 30, that's the best time. And you can go to the 1000 needles, and there's a little quest where you gotta get a bunch of eggs from these wyvern guys. And you can also AOE them down, like 4 of them at the same time. So it is a decent spot. The XP from the mobs is not worth it, honestly, but you gotta do the quest anyway. So just for the quest and the mobs at the same time, it is decent XP. There is also another quest that you pick up next to the town in 1000 needles that you also gotta pick up like an alien egg or something like that. It's on the way too, so you can do 2 quests really quickly. That's like a quarter of a level or so that you can get for free. But at level 29, I got the same idea. Yeah, remember the Whispering Warriors trick? Warriors also do, look at the title, bombing boosts. I am a bomb. Warriors also boost people in Scarlet Monastery Cathedral. A geared warrior can solo Cathedral pretty fast as well. I am just AFK right now, and the guy is just killing everything. I got like, I think it was 3 total warriors that were willing to boost me for free here. 2 of them told me to just AFK, and that was fine. They didn't need me to AOE. One of them actually liked me AOEing the mobs, so I helped him down. One of the warriors actually preferred me AOEing down the mobs, so I helped him kill the mobs on that one. There is also a lot of like level 60 carries that just carry a dungeon for one of their friends or something, and they like mages because they make everything faster. So if you're a mage, you can get boosted for free by warriors all the time. Now Scarlet Cathedral is insane XP. I am getting like 35k, and once you hit like level, I think it's 38, you get peak XP is probably like 70k. I got 50k at one point. That was the highest I got. But if you find enough people, if you're patient, you can easily get boosted all the way to like 44 here, man. However, you can hit level 31 from the previous spot, and you can go from 31 into Arati. Everybody knows the farmers in Arati. They are the same as in Hillsbrad. They are weak and they are easy to AOE. One thing I gotta tell you guys, don't forget you can use defense for the patting, that too. I am just gonna show you the big pool before we move on. But you see all these mobs walking in here, like so. You should pull every single one of the patrols at the same time and AOE down a patrol pack, so, because those patrols can easily kill you. You get like 2 stragglers on you and you die. You cannot blizzard, you're dead. We got cold snap at this level now, so that's really good. We got like 2 novas if we need to, but even then it's just really risky, so you should definitely start with like pulling all the patrols. It's like 6 mobs at the same time, and that's gonna save you a lot of pain. But this pool is very monotonous, very easy. 2 blizzards nova, 2 blizzards nova. We know that. The best way to do it in an empty server, and that's not always the case, I found a lot of competition in here. The best way to do this is to just pull the big one, layer it into a different layer, pull the big one again, and over and over and over. If you remember the classic 2019, the race to world first 60, Joker D famously got a huge lead on method by going to this spot and just resetting the layers over and over and over again, because he got like an insane pull back to back. So yeah, that's the best way to do it. Otherwise, you just wait, maybe do smaller pulls on the other sides around the farm while you wait. The XP is good. I'm getting like what you see right here, like 40k. It is probably 60k if you got 0 competition, but that's never the case. You are gonna be here all the way to level 34. This place can take you to like level 36 very easily, but at level 34 we get Mage Armor. Mage Armor is a buff that gives you 30% mana regen. So we can do a long pull and we can regen mana and keep going. And that makes it possible to do Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. I made an entire guide on Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. It is gonna be on the description. It is a long technique, but all you have to know is that this place is awesome. And I hope you leveled your herbalism, because there is like 4 plants in this place and you're gonna need mana potions and they are expensive, and the herbalism will pay for that. If you have herbalism, you're gonna make good money here. Grave moss is very expensive. Because I made that video, I am not gonna waste all my time explaining this again. It would take 20 minutes. But from level 34 to 39, this will be the best experience in the game that you can get. This was very early on. I think it was the first really good pull I got in this place. And my execution was very sloppy and I was getting like 50k experience per hour or so. An experienced mage, somebody that did it for a long time, could probably expect like 60k or so. I am just gonna show you the end of the pool because it's so cool. I am pulling like every single mob in the courtyard pretty much. If you are interested in this farm, you should check out my guide on on it in the description. Level 32, level 34 to 39. The only reason we stopped doing this is because the mobs turn grey and they do not give XP. That's the only reason, it sucks. Now, from level 39 to level 42, because I tried to do Soul Farrak at 40 and then I learned that you just cannot do the 6 spots at 40 as a male troll, you gotta be something else. That forced me to get level 42. However, if you hit level 49, you can go to Alterac Mountains and farm the ogres in there. I do not have footage of that. I should go get that footage, honestly, for the full mega guide. I just did a spell clip in Cathedral. That's all you gotta do. You get 4 mages and a hunter to pull all the mobs, and we just AOE everything down. This is also one of the things that would take me 20 minutes to explain in a guide, but you should know the gist of the spell clip technique. I am gonna leave a video in the description, probably from a guide that shows you how to do this. The experience is really good, but not as good as Scarlet Graveyard, but we cannot do Scarlet Graveyard anymore. However, this place is really good gold. You can make pretty good money from this place, because all the blues and greens that drop. You can see the hunter here with his pet, he pulls the boss, and you can AOE down the entire room. However, if you are not a male troll, at level 40 you can go to Soul Farrak, otherwise you're gonna be stuck in Scarlet Monastery for 2 more levels. I recommend trying to leech a boost. I recommend trying to bomb a boost from somebody. It's the best way, man, I swear. But once you hit level 42 or 40, if you're not a troll, I messed up again, you can literally solo the graves in Soul Farrak. This farm is very famous. Early on in Classic is one of the best gold farms in the game. We're talking like 30 gold an hour, give or take at this level, 150k experience per hour, which is like more than a level per hour, 11 and a half per hour. This is where mages absolutely destroy everybody leveling. They take off so hard it's not even funny. I made a guide on this entire farm yesterday. I am also gonna put this on the description, of course, with all the save spots, all the technique, but from here on out, I am set. My mage is eventually gonna hit level 49, I am gonna move to Marodon, after that I am gonna move to Sunken Temple, then I am gonna be 60 and I can farm whatever I want. But this mage is currently generating me gold, leveling up very fast. I got 5 levels in like 5 hours, and even though he cannot farm gold faster than my warrior yet, very soon he will, and he is already providing me with enough income that I can raid log and just level this mage up a couple hours a week, and I can finally afford my stuff. So yes, this mage is just my solution to being chronically broke. I spent this fresh being chronically broke, and Alterac Valley had a huge role in it. I spent all my time playing that thing instead of like farming gold or leveling an ult. I recommend every warrior should have a mage ult. I think it has like all the advantages. It easily levels the fastest out of them all, and you do not have to be 60 to get decent gold. This is the first milestone of the Mage project. Once I hit level 60, I am gonna make a full mega guide in honor to Tommy Salami, my freaking Mage hero. I am sorry, Sabivas, but we also love Tommy. He made this banger of a video 1 hour long for the Alliance, and nobody has ever done one for the Horde, and I think that's an injustice, and that has to be corrected. So we are gonna correct that. It is gonna be up on the channel very soon, and subscribe, join the Discord, and thank you for watching.